Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Game Night, or what I like to call Gameless Game Night. My name is Tracy. I am glad that you are here with me today. Before I get started, please like this video. My likes have gone down a little bit. Please share this video. You can comment on this video live, or of course, you can always comment later. And I'm going to get some advertisement out of the way. Subscribe. You know, the goal of this channel is to get 1,000 subscribers by the year's end. We stand at 106, which means we have 894 to come. It looks like I'm gaining subscribers like every week. So that's great news. I again am inviting you to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It's free to do. Also in December, and you can visit the site now, you can purchase the book that I'm planning on writing. Thought we were going to get it done in June, but it looks like it's going to be around December. But that is the link. Join our Facebook group, Tracy Media fan page. It is a great page. There's not a lot of us on there, so you won't get inundated with like posts, but I try to post something, post every week or something, just to kind of keep everybody abreast of what's going on. And sometimes most of the time the posts are serious, but every now and then I do like to pull out something for fun. Like us on Facebook, and I'm looking around for something because I think I just heard somebody trying to come in. I'm gonna check. I may be wrong. Nope, didn't hear anybody try to come in. Like us on Facebook. You just look under Tracy Media, and you'll see my picture. It's an old picture, but it's still me. Please become our Patreon. Oh my goodness, we are still stuck after 2 years. I'm still stuck at 5 Patreons. Would love to have 10. 10 Patreons would make me so happy. Patreon support is literally starts at $2 a month. Most people subscribe at 5, but you can always start at 2. And you get the shows that I tape like off of StreamYard. You'll be the first to get them. Most of the time you get the whole show, as opposed to on YouTube where you just get a clip of something. And of course, subscribe. I said it before and I'll say it again. 1,000 subscribers is the goal. I'm at 106, 894 to go. So every time I appear on this form, I'm going to just say subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Great opportunity to grow. Like I said before, we're getting subscribers every week. I want to hit 1,000 so bad and have that YouTube trophy arrive at my place, and just to show, that this channel means something. And like I said, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. So just be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much. So Tuesday was a really strange day. I'm going to kind of give an overview of the week. Tuesday was not good. I mean, that's probably the worst show I've ever done in terms of the Tracy show. And that's because I had a guest drop out at the last minute, and my show, I was telling my guests, hey, be there at 6:55. After 7:15, I should have just stopped it and then just said, hey, see you guys next week. So I just confirmed with next week's guest, he's going to be there, and he is. So that won't happen. But this solo thing is hard. I mean, it's hard to go solo in a podcast, especially live one, because I kept waiting and hoping, well, maybe he'll come on, and maybe he's running late or just never showed. And so I was just kind of like stuck, like, okay, what do I do? And it proved to be as bad as I thought because no one showed up. I mean, no one. That's probably my lowest viewed video ever. No one liked the video, nobody shared the video, nobody commented on the video, and that's because I don't do so well by myself. I need like a person to kind of bounce off of, and I'm probably gonna struggle tonight too, but I'm a little bit more used to this Friday by myself because I can always just, I'm not dependent on a guest to come in and kind of uh, take up the load. Although, when we were having game night, we had guests come in, mostly the Patreon, and we would play games. And that's kind of fallen by the way in the past couple of weeks. So I guess I've gotten used to coming on here talking about random things. But, oh, Tuesday, it just wasn't good. And then I had scheduled to do the Biden State of the Union address. They literally had on C-SPAN that this was going to air at 8 o'clock. It was going to air at 8, so I'm like, okay. So now I know my guess is going to be here Tuesday. I'll just jump in my Zoom room, get it all ready. Here we go. That thing did not start until 9 o'clock. And by that time, I was so sleepy. At 9 o'clock, I'm just like, no. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not. I'm tired. I can't. I'm not gonna stay up. And that thing, it went from like 9 to 10:45. I'm not normally if it was like a Monday, even if it was a normal Tuesday, but for that Tuesday, I was just really, really tired. I'm like, no. My plan was to go back and watch it Saturday. But not gonna get to do it Saturday, I don't think. And this is kind of why. So, pardon me. I don't know what it is lately. I have just been having the worst coughs ever. Saturday beginning at 2. Well, Saturday, I'm going to try to get my hair done. Really, really try to get my hair done because it looks terrible. Hey, Parker, how are you doing? That's from like 7 to 1. Yes, it takes that long, 7 to 1. I get there at 7, I get out at 1. So at 2 o'clock, I have an appointment to see a house. At 3 o'clock, I have another appointment to see another house. At 4:30, I have another appointment to see another house. So I'm like, okay, so that means I'll get home at 5. I already have 2 episodes of Tracy Buys a House to tape because I missed last week. And the reason I missed last week's taping is because I just now got my approval letter. So I wanted to react to that. So I'm definitely taping that tomorrow. It'll probably be like 5 o'clock when I tape that and do like 2 episodes back to back. But then I know tomorrow I'm taping episode 3 because it'll be on this thing. Because I'll be taking, videotaping and having my reactions to the houses that I see. And then on Sunday, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm telling you guys, yes, I'm still salty that the 49ers are not in the Super Bowl. Yes, I'm still salty. Yes, Parker, it is absolutely true. Absolutely, positively true. I go in at 7, I don't get out until 1. They have to wash my hair because I wear it natural, which means I don't put chemicals in my hair. So they wash it, then let it dry, then wash it again. Then they do a deep conditioner, put me under the dryer, then straighten it out with heat. Yeah, it takes 7 to 1. Sometimes if they work fast, it'll be like 12:30, but I rarely get out at 12:30. So I'm always like it's a block of time. Um, See, now, Parker, I know you and I are football fans. I hope they both lose. I don't like either team. I don't care. I hope they both lose. I know that's not possible. I know it's not going to happen, but I don't like either one of these teams. I'm just like, what? The Niners should have been in that Super Bowl, period. And yes, audience, I'm still salty about it. I am still salty about it. I'm still upset about it. And I'm not going to get over it for a while. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. But back to my schedule. So, tomorrow, like I said, I plan on taping episodes 3 of Tracy Buys a House. Will be, I got my pre-approval letter. Then episode 4 will be on my phone because I'll be like taking a tour of the houses through the phone, not through the phone, but just kind of showing people what it is that I'm looking at looks like. Um, okay, Merlin, you could at least come in and talk. You got the link, but no, I'm still salty and I still don't care. I hope Philadelphia loses because they beat the 49ers hospital team. I'm just like, can they both lose? Can they both lose? Could it end in a tie? Could the game end in a tie? I know it can't, but I'm still salty. I'm still salty, and I'm gonna stay salty for a little bit. It could be a little bit. It may not be until September until I just calm down from that. No. Anyway, so like I said, tomorrow I'm taping episode 3 of Tracy Buys a House. Then I'm taping episode 4. And then Sunday, when I go to see 2 more houses, I'm taping episode 5. I said it was going to be a 6-series Patreon event only. It might be 7 because I'm scheduling to see a lot of houses. I am ready to move. Um, I'm I am so ready to move. I cannot. You guys do not know what I've been going through living where I live. Um, from having my tires stolen, my air conditioner stolen, my trash dumpster being stolen. I can't anymore. I cannot anymore. So I'm looking forward to moving, which brings me to my conundrum. So, I haven't told a whole lot of people. Wait a minute. Wow, Parker. Wow. Even I didn't think of that one. Maybe the power could go out in the middle of the game and then a major weather storm comes in and they have to call it a tie. You know, just and of course I don't want anybody to get hurt. So as long as nobody gets hurt, that's not a bad idea. I don't want nobody getting hurt though. Nobody get hurt. And speaking of Super Bowl, before I get back to my buy house thing, why is Rihanna at the halftime show? She literally has one song and it's called Umbrella. Does Rihanna have any other songs besides Umbrella? Anybody out there name me a Rihanna song? The only one I know is Umbrella. That song. That's it. That's all I know. That's probably not even the name of the song, but that's what I know it as. Um, why is she going to be performing at the Super Bowl? I don't know. I didn't realize until I watched another podcast. Name me another Rihanna song, Parker. Name me another Rihanna song. She has no vocal skill. She's just like that one song. It's just like it's auto tuned to death. Ugh. Her, she can't sing. Not the singer, her. Her can sing, but women. Now, that's 1, 2, 3 plus Umbrella. That's 4. If she's so amazing, wouldn't she have like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs? I don't get it. I just don't see the talent. Maybe it's me because I'm hardcore. Like I tend to like the older singers, like the Elton Johns, the Aretha Franklins, the Temptations, the Four. I tend to like those groups, like right up until 19, maybe 87, 88, 89, and then for me it just drops off. I don't know. I mean, what is she? Is she like a rapper? Is she like a singer? What is she? Diamonds, Rude Boy, and okay, I'm gonna try this one. Pon de Replay. Am I pronouncing that right? Pon de Replay. I don't know. But I did learn this, Parker. You might want to look into her beauty brand. I did learn how they're maybe using child labor. I don't like throw out accusations because I plan on doing some research on that. I'm like, what? But I still don't get why she is. I don't see how. Um, Wait a minute. Okay, so Parker apparently knows a way more Rihanna songs than I ever thought I could know. I just knew Umbrella. Is that the right title of the song, Umbrella? That's 9 songs. But has she put out anything in like the past 3 years, or she just been focusing on like her beauty brand? Because I haven't heard a recent song. So Parker says you knew those 9. Has she put out a recent song? Oh, um. So I plan on watching a game Sunday. I might. Let's see. If I have 2 houses to see on Sunday, depending on um, because what the game comes on at like 8. So depending on how tired or not tired I feel, um, we're gonna we're just gonna see because I know I have. I mean, I know I'll be taping some on the phone again because I'll be using it to say, "Hey, this is the house I'm thinking about getting. Look at it, not what I like, what I don't like." But it's a lot. It's a lot. I was hoping. Okay, she did. Wait a minute, the new one with her is that the? Well, that's not the one with. That's the Wakanda Forever, right? Or is that the original Black Panther? Because I didn't see the sequel, so I guess you're talking about Wakanda Forever. Um, no, really? Yeah, I can tell. I can really tell. Don't know what happened to Marlon. He just disappeared. Um, I'll tell you something though. Um, it's been a long week. It's been a long week. I literally took off today. I left at 9. Well, I left at 9:30 because I thought my doctor's appointment was at 9. They scheduled it for 9:30. It was a virtual appointment. Of course, I was like, "Hey, I got this thing to be at 10. Can we do it while I'm driving?" No, so I had to reschedule that, and then when I took out my car to be looked at, they wanted to look at it even longer than I had time for. So then I'm like, okay, it's almost 1, and as a diabetic, I hadn't had anything since the previous night before. So I'm like, oh no, I have to eat something, and I knew I had to be down, be there at the meeting with the lender to get my pre-approval papers. Then I had to go to the post office to pick up the keys for my new post office. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm just literally tired today. I don't see anybody coming on, so I think this might be a short show. I'm gonna try to make it a short show. But was the second? Was Wakanda Forever good, or because I won't go? I'm not gonna go see it because then I'm like, because the sequel to me is never as good as the original movie. It's rare that the sequel is better, but man, like I said, I still don't see why Rihanna's gonna be in the Super Bowl. I don't get it, but hey, you're the Rihanna fan, not me. Um, so like I said in the very, very beginning, Tuesday was just that show Tuesday. Not to drum it down again. That was literally the worst show I've ever done. Ever done. Oh my goodness. And I started to think, you know, hold on more. It is, because you're like, wait a minute, I can't keep track of everything, but just total tire. But was it missing Chadwick Boseman? Cause see, that's pretty much why I like the first one, even though when I went back to look at it, I'm like, this isn't as good as I first thought. And that's what happens with a lot of movies because I'm not a movie person. I'm a live stage production person. I cannot with movies. I always like, okay, I know this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. But with stage plays, even if it's terrible, I'll still watch a terrible stage play. I will not stay for a terrible movie. Will not, ain't gonna, never gonna. Um, um, but oh yeah, back on Tuesday show and how terrible it was. I felt like I really felt like I was struggling because it caught me off guard that the guest just didn't show. And I'm not used to people not watching. I'm used to at least a person saying, hey, Tracy, what's up? Good show, way to go. And when that didn't happen, I really fell into not a deep depression, but I was kind of down on my own skills for maybe like 3 days. I was like, maybe I'm just not good at what I think I am, and maybe I should just give up because during the previous week I had emailed out invitations to at least I would say like 50 people to appear on the podcast, The Tracy Show, and I got one response saying, we're not running candidates right now. Um, so can't be on your show. And it just became so depressing. I mean, I was really, really depressed, especially Thursday. I was just like, okay, I'm giving up. I'm so tired. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of begging people to come on the show. Nobody wants to be interviewed by me because I don't have thousands and thousands of subscribers. So just roll it up and forget it. But then Thursday came and I got to go swimming, and that cleared my head out a lot. And so I came to the conclusion I'm not stopping anything. I'm not going to beg people to come on my show. If I have to struggle on Struggle Street to get people to watch, even if I'm by myself, it'll just be what it'll just be. And I'm just going to proceed on. I just cannot with begging people to come on. At least, I think if I had, more subscribers, maybe people would come on. But how can you obviously when you're in the podcasting realm, you're not going to get big time guests without big time numbers. That's just it's an unfortunate thing. But you can't get big time numbers. Like I said, I'm at 106 subscribers now. It's going to take 894 just so I can reach 1,000. And I don't know if I have the patience to deal with people who say, "Oh, your numbers aren't good enough." So I've done some retooling. The people who I have targeted should be getting their emails on Monday. But that's just what the conclusion I came up with. I'm thankful for everybody that has supported, all my crazy ideas because some of them are crazy. But again, I'm not I'm not in the business of begging people to do anything. But the last thing, and I always, you notice I didn't start off with this should be a short show because I'm already at 25 minutes. Um, but I did want to come to a conclusion, but I see two more people have joined in. So, oh, thank you, Parker. Yeah, but it's hard, especially you didn't see Tuesday's show. It was terrible, terrible. I just felt like, oh, give it up. And you're not always gonna have good shows, but that was like, ooh. Um, like I said, I was just caught off guard that the guest didn't show up. But two other people have showed up. So if you want to say hi, if you want to ask me questions, but I want to talk about something totally different. And then towards the end, I'm going to talk about, and I wish Anna were here, and I don't want to announce it without her here. So I'm going to wait to see if she kind of gives me permission to announce something we have in mind. Um, and if she does, I'll just announce it, but I won't do it today because she hasn't responded to my um, question yet. But I wanted to talk about something fun just to kind of get my head straight. Okay, so with football gone, my whole focus is essentially out the window. I don't like basketball. I don't like baseball. I don't like golf. I don't like tennis. I don't like any other sport but the National Football League. So for me, these next couple of 7 months, it gonna be rough in these streets. So I need suggestions on what kind of hobbies that I should be taking up. Because, Saturday was college football, Sunday was NFL, then you had Monday night. I didn't watch the Thursday night games because they were on Prime and they all were terrible. I'm like, get rid of Thursday night football, but I'm not gonna go into that. Um, but I do, want to take suggestions about um other things that I can do. Of course, I can always exercise. I know that one. I can always learn an instrument. But just some fun ideas that you think I should do to kind of keep myself busy until football season. Because like I said, with the Tracy show, even though I think candidates should prepare early to run for office, a lot of them probably aren't going to contact me back until like 2024, which is, I think, a bad mistake. But oh well, that's just the way it is. So I'll need, to fill that time up. So I am thinking maybe not doing that show every week, maybe every other week. I don't know yet. It depends on whether people respond positively to the email that's going to go out Monday. But yeah, I need suggestions on what I can do until football season to keep myself busy. Now, here are some things you cannot suggest. Volunteering. Okay, I know I can do that. I know I could volunteer. I could exercise. I could paint my house that I'm going to be getting. Those type of things. Don't suggest those. Those are just common sense things. So if you got suggestions, let me know. I also want to talk about what did I want to talk? Oh, food competition shows. I got to get back on this. So in the last maybe 15 minutes, I want to talk about food competition shows because I watch these shows, but they annoy me at the same time because they all fall into the exact same format. There's always three contestants. And these are professional chefs who've like went to culinary school. Um, they'll get on there, and the host is like. Sometimes there's not a host, And then sometimes there are, like most of the ones I'm watching now, they don't have a host. And that's good because old school ones, they had some annoying people. I mean, uh, wait a minute, I got a suggestion. Watch wrestling. What is this, 1980? No, I don't have no interest in wrestling. Like, you're talking about a person that grew up on Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, um, Miss Elizabeth, Scary Sherry. I'm not gonna watch these new ones. I don't even know who they are, so I feel like I would be missing out on something. So now, watch wrestling, probably not. And that's a year-round thing. Um, so the food competition shows, they always suggest things that can't be found at a local grocery store. Well, just go to your local spice store. Okay, and ask for what? You're going to get this one ingredient that costs $20 for this one special type of fish or vegan food or dessert that you want to cook. And blah, 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 blah. I've already talked about, the ones with the kids really annoy me because those kids are too grown uppy ish. And that just annoys me when they put kids in shows and they're just like, they're talking back to the adults. It's like, teach your child some manners. You don't let your children talk to adults like that. It's like they're smart alecky and they're annoying. And I'm like, okay, you can cook, but dang, Lil Karen and Lil Scott, stop. Yes, and I said Lil Karen. I said Lil Karen, and I am not taking it back. I got a lot of problems with that. I also, what I wish would come back on though, and I know none of the networks will ever do it. I wish they'd bring back Saturday morning cartoons. I miss Saturday morning cartoons so much. Yes, I know. I'm too old to be watching cartoons. I'm almost 50, blah, 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 blah. But boy, what was better than a Saturday morning waking up as a kid with a big, huge bowl of cereal and watching cartoons? Nothing. Nothing was better. You had cartoons actually drawn by hand and not computer animation. Oh, and that one guy that played Fred or did Fred's voice on Scooby Doo was like always a voice in one of those cartoons. Just awesome. Bring back Saturday morning cartoons. Bring them back. Even if you had to play repeats of the old um cartoons, still worth it. Now again, I got 3 folks watching, but only Parker's commenting. So just jump in there with your comments whenever you want to, because I'm about to wrap this up. But bring back Saturday morning cartoons. What else could they bring back? Soap operas. I get so tired of watching like every talk show. Everybody don't need a talk show. It's like y'all do the same thing. You do the animal segment where you bring in some exotic animal, or you bring in the child that has a talent, or you bring in some celebrity that I don't care about, blah, 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 blah. Bring back the daytime soap opera. Bring it back. It needs to make a comeback. Bring back the nighttime soap opera for that case. I mean, yeah, I know you had um, Empire, and I'm trying to think of the other one. Power. What's that one? It's something with Valley in it. That one, or P Valley, or D Valley, or A, something about a valley. In it. So bring back that Saturday morning cartoons, soap operas. I'll tell you what they should take off. All these blasted reality shows. And yes, I'm guilty of watching some of them. But I don't want to see a bunch of people just boring. I'm like, I don't care about you. But I will be watching Big Brother. Will be watching Big Brother in July. And July seems so far away, but I'll just blink my eyes. So looks like nobody's gonna comment, and that means I'm gonna speak for a couple more seconds. Remember to go to my webpage, TracyMediaLLC.com. That's where you can see this video, other videos. You can learn about our, and thank you, Parker, for the correction, our 12-hour telethon that's going to take place in September. You can sign up to be a part of our mailing list. You can always send an email to tracymediallc at gmail.com, and I will add you to the mailing list so that you know when I go live or when I have a taping come up. Just remember to, keep me. I know some people don't believe in prayer, so I'll say thoughts and prayers as I see a total of 5 houses in 2 days. I have a lot to do this weekend, but I know what the goal is. I know what the end is gonna be. It's gonna be me having a whole better setup than I have now in terms of, oh gee, I won't have to tape my bedroom. I'll have a whole nother bedroom that I can tape in and just use it as a guest room when guests come over. I'll probably talk next week a little bit about the business that I've started. I'm not going to do it on this show because I didn't even think about it until just now. So I might talk about that next week. But remember to subscribe to this channel. We are 896 away from 1,000. I know we can do it. Subscribing does not cost you anything. Like this video, share this video, comment on it. If you're not commenting on it now, like Parker is, you can always comment later. I try to respond to people when they make comments. I'm not always as diligent as I should be, so I'm going to try to improve on that. But just keep watching. Like I said, I have at least 2 new podcasts in the works. Not getting rid of any, but I'm definitely thinking add 2. And hopefully Anna will be on here next week so we can tell you together, or she gives me permission. Well, we got somebody just gonna clock in as soon as I get ready to say goodbye.
Oh, you can still say goodbye. I was just showing my support and coming on. Man, I'm tired.
You didn't see Tuesday's show?
No.
Yeah, see, audience, I said didn't nobody watch it. Terrible.
No, because the person didn't come on.
Yeah, but I was on struggle street. I'm like this being by myself stuff. I can't.
Yeah, I've early days of the show. I had to do it by myself, and it's like, as a matter of fact, let me go back. Let me go back. Literally, that's why I started doing live shows. I literally started doing live shows because I can't do recording. These can do recordings. I can't
do recordings. I do recordings because I can pause it and be like, okay, let me get up and get something and come back. But this, I was like, and what do I talk about? I should have just ended it. Said goodbye. Nope. I just kept going.
Well, I may do a show later. On tonight.
Yep. And then I'm hoping to do the State of the Union tomorrow, but I have 3 houses to see tomorrow.
Good. Well, there you go.
So I want to do the State of the Union, a joke, but either I'll do it. It's gonna just depend. My schedule is just
all gone. State of the Union are jokes because there's nothing but stage publicity. Until you actually do the things that you say you're gonna do, whatever.
And I was hoping Anna could come on and we could talk about the project we have in mind. She's not coming on, so I'm like, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for a whole nother week. Hold off. Yeah, I can't say nothing because if I say now, she's gonna be like, well, why'd you say something? And then if I wait till next week, she's gonna say, you could have told them. I'm telling you what, it's gonna be one or the other.
Yeah, she always does that.
Like what? But yeah, Tuesday show, it was terrible. That's like the worst. It got no likes, no views, no nothing. I'm like, this is horrible. Horrible.
It happens.
Oh, wait. But I'm definitely thinking about switching to every 2 weeks because we just can't get candidates on. They'll come on when it's time, and I'm like, y'all making a mistake. Y'all need to be in here now. But no.
Well, we done had, I'm not going to say the show, but you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. So the show that we've been talking about for the longest time. So now they're every Friday at 8:00 p.m. So that is their running schedule. Period. So they can.
They have a running schedule now, at least.
Yeah. But that's their running schedule from this point on. So I'm like, okay, because
wasn't it at 7:30 in the morning? I'm like,
well, remember, but it's blocked at my job though. So I can't even see.
Again, why are you watching shows at work? You're supposed to have Wi-Fi at home. Watch it when you're at home.
Okay.
Because what if they block all the Wi-Fi at your job?
They can't. No, literally.
Y'all tell Marlon he can't be taking the boss's time to watch
personal time. They can't. Literally, for me, they can't do it because everything would go to a standstill then. And there's nothing I can do. Number two, regardless if they like it or not, the majority of the people are still remote. Now, we do have more people coming in, and we do have more people coming in more often. But we also have that certain people that just go, I don't feel like coming in. I'm not going nowhere.
I enjoy working at home. I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
I want to get there. Trust me.
The nasty people that no shared bathrooms. I can go to the bathroom and know it's clean. I can go to the refrigerator and not have my lunch stolen. Them kind of things.
I want to work remotely so I can do this anytime I want to.
Yeah, be on my lunch hour, do a podcast. But yep, I got two in mind. One I can't talk about because the other person ain't here. Be here next weekend. But the other one I will talk about next week. Like I said, these next 2 weeks are going to be super busy for me. It's just house hunting.
Well, tomorrow's show is in limbo. Put it to you that way.
Is it going to be a Sunday show?
I don't know. And the reason I say I don't know is because one, I want to do it because our audience is not into football.
Some of them are.
Well, it's two of us, Tracy. It's not some. It's two. Well, three.
Parker. 3. Yep.
And Parker's gonna dip in and out anyway. Tomorrow's show is in limbo because I have to go out of town tomorrow, and I don't know when I'll be back. Now, don't get it twisted. Lord knows I hope I'm back before 9:00 because I can't tell you where I'm going, but I don't want to be there that long.
Georgia.
Oh, no, it's still in North Carolina. It's just
Raleigh.
No.
Mayberry.
I don't even know where Mayberry is.
I'm just making
up. No, I can tell you Columbia.
But Columbia is not far from you live in Charlotte.
No, it's an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
But it's wait a minute. Why can't I not tell you? I'm sorry. Never mind. Forget it. I'm going to my father-in-law's birthday party, and he stays in Columbia. And that's why I said I may be back on later tonight because Foxy is not here. She's already in Columbia setting up for the party. And I got to sleep in my bed by myself.
Oh, gee, join the club. Well, Prepping Times Day is coming up. And Side Piece Day is right after it. But what if you ain't a side piece and you ain't a main piece? You ain't no piece. They need to have you ain't no piece day. Like you ain't got no.
What if you the side piece and the main piece?
But shouldn't you strive to be that? The main piece and the side piece. You should strive to be.
You should strive to be the main piece. You should not strive to be the.
No, I mean the relationship. You put on a wig and you be a whole different person.
Nah, I'm good. I'm all right. Nah.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, because Sunday I'm gonna be like, oh, dang, I can't believe. Yep, and I still hope they both lose. I'm still salty. I don't care. I'm gonna still be salty. And when we were trying to come up with hobbies that I could partake in, because tomorrow after Sunday, my life slows down. I don't like basketball. I don't like baseball. I don't like tennis. I don't like swimming. I don't like bowling. I don't like golf. I only like the NFL. What am I going to do between now and September?
Shows.
No, we said hobbies. Like some hobby I could take that will distract me.
Well, I have a tremendous amount of yard work to do
But I live in Indiana, so I ain't trying to.
Because the big tree was dropped some big branches after that snowstorm. So I got some wood chipper to do when I get a wood chipper. And
just burn it in your fireplace.
I don't have a fireplace. I don't. I honestly don't mind going to get some kerosene and burning it in the fire pit that I have in the backyard, but I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get to the point where I'm so sick and tired of wood chipping that I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna burn the rest of these because we can do it. I mean, in my neighborhood, just don't make it a habit. Like every weekend, you out there creating all this smoke. Like, don't make it a habit. But
yeah, that's what I was like. I'm gonna be like I said. I was gonna be mowing my grass. I might have to bite the bullet and pay because I'm looking at them yards. I'm like, oh no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not.
You ain't even got that big of a yard.
No, remember that's the house I bid on.
No, you didn't tell. You haven't. Oh, it's in your show, did because I don't know.
It look in the chat that we have every day. I definitely put in there that I got outbid.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Me too, because it was a little bitty yard. I'm like, I can do this. Okay, did. Other 4 I'm looking at tomorrow, huge yards. I'm like, no. Paying some little kid. Whatever happened to the little kids that would want to make some extra money so they would mow grass? Where these children go at? They gone.
McDonald's, Burger King. Their parents give them money now, so they ain't got to do it.
Yep, and I got to get a snow blower. I got to get a lawnmower. And that little thing that blows the leaves. Oh, and a rake.
What, leaf blower?
Yeah, that. Yeah, that. Look.
The thing that blows the leaf.
I'm like, hey.
The leaf blower?
Look, I have lived in an apartment the majority of my life. Like, I've only lived in like 2 houses. Nobody's ever owned either one of them. So, oh no. Y'all told me about checking with the city for just because I wanted a garden. Didn't even know I had to do it. I'm like, huh?
Because we own a home. We know these things. Some of the stupidest things that come up after you done did something is totally amazing. Like, you don't even think about it, and then, like, insurance. Like, we literally got another insurance company that's, and by the way, Tracy, it was creepy as crap but at the same time, it was very creative because they sent us a letter. It was an insurance company for the house, but they had our house as the background. Like, it was cool, but at the same time, it was very creepy. Like,
that's sick. Like, you got here taking pictures of my house?
Well, you could go on Zillow and they have pictures of your house.
Yeah, but that.
And by the way, they do update really quickly too. Because the first one I remember, then I got the white van, and now they got a picture of the white van, and then I cut the bush way down.
You know what you should do with that van? What type of van is it?
Cargo van.
No, is it a newer one or an older one?
No, it's an old van.
Paint it like the 18. Paint it black with that little red swoop on it, and just drive down the street.
Yeah, no.
Or you could paint it like the Scooby-Doo van. Somebody actually did that one.
Somebody actually did the 18 one.
I have not ever seen the 18 one.
Yeah,
I saw the Mystery Machine. I'm like, dude, how much did you pay to get all them colors on that van?
Somebody did the 18 one. Somebody did it. So that's why. But you know, when you do those cosplay things, you got to go all the way. So yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have 4 people. Was it 4?
4.
B.A., Hannibal, Murdoch. What was the leader's name?
Hannibal.
No.
Yes.
What was the good looking one's name?
Face.
Ah, that was it.
Yeah,
That
Hannibal, Face, Murdoch, and
because Mr. T's
BA.
character, yeah, he was BA, but he never wanted to fly right, so they had to drug him or do something to trick him to get on the plane.
Except one time.
When he went to see his mama.
Yeah.
That was the only time he was like, somebody was messing with his mama, and he's like, no, get me on the plane, I'm ready to go destroy it.
And of all the mamas you had to get it, of course it had to be Della Reese. Of course. The one mama you don't play around with, and I'm like, yeah, that actually kind of makes sense.
It would make sense if you think about Mr. T. Who else could have played?
Yeah, I'm saying it made sense to me when I said that Della Reese, and I went, yeah,
because they're not gonna get Wheezy, the actress that played Wheezy.
I don't know. When she first started off, she was like a Della Reese type character. When she was on Maude.
She was not on Maude. She was on All in the Family. You're thinking of Florida. Yeah. What was her real
name? Esther Rolle.
Esther Rolle. Yeah, that's what you're thinking of.
Okay, when she was on Archie Bunker, whatever, All in the Family, she acted that way. And then for the first, I can't say the first season because she started mellowing out to becoming Wheezy by the end of the first season. But
yeah,
at the beginning of the season, she was a Della Reese type black woman. Don't mess with me, or I'm gonna knock you out type woman. And then as time went on, she started getting more. I mean, and I'm not saying this as it's a bad thing. You know, she still had her own character until it got to the final 2-3 seasons of the show.
4.
Really?
Once Tom and George became friends, I was done. I'm like, nope, ain't watching it.
She just started acting really silly, like overly silly. Like she was almost like a Lucille Ball type silliness. She was just doing stuff just to do it. It was like
it's very few. Nah. It's those first 4 seasons of The Jeffersons is some of the best television I have ever seen. Ever. Like ever. Them last 6, man, it's like, nah, yeah, no.
And some of my shows are coming back. Some of my shows did come back.
Which ones?
The Flash came back. Kung Fu came back.
Oh, The Flash. Okay, them shows I don't care. They just brought Quantum Leap back. I'm like, what?
Whoa. That's a good show. It's a good show. All you got to do is
remember. It's Scott Bakula on it. It's Scott Bakula.
Bakula on
yes, you do.
Somebody said Hawaii Five-0 had to have the original Hawaii Five-0 people on.
They should have.
They didn't. And it lasted a long time.
It was terrible. I didn't like it.
This is one of those shows that came back too, kinda. Like, Lord have mercy. See? That's the TV gods talking to you.
No, that's the Tracy needs a new ring light.
That's the TV gods talking to you. All that blasphemy. But I can see Hawaii Five-0 again.
I tell you what show they better not ever remake besides I Love Lucy. The Incredible Hulk. I don't want to see that.
I don't think they will.
Because it's
wait a minute, let me rephrase it. I don't think they can.
Maybe you don't think they can.
That's Marvel. Marvel makes movie off.
Oh yeah, The Incredible Hulk is Marvel.
Yeah.
But they made a show out of it the first time.
Yeah, when they was going broke, sure.
But that show was so good. Especially at the end when he was hitchhiking.
I never saw it. I don't think I ever saw one episode of The Incredible Hulk. Not all the way through. Well, maybe I did. No,
See,
well, it had nothing to do with the show. I didn't watch 1 hour shows, so that was my thing.
CBS had the greatest lineup of Friday night shows. It was it was the Dukes of Hazzard first, then the Incredible Hulk, and then Dallas. Like boom, boom, boom. I'm sitting there for the next 3 hours. I know what I'm going to do.
Boy, did y'all actually grow up and realize, wow, this show is pretty racist.
That show is not racist. The Dukes of Hazzard is not racist.
The car was named General Lee.
Okay, that part was just messed up.
The only black person you had on there was a bad guy. And the only reason he was the sheriff.
Oh, you talking about Sheriff Little from Chickasaw County?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
you made him the bad guy. And why did you make him the bad guy? Oh,
but Roscoe was the bad guy. He was white. Boss Hogg was the bad guy, also white.
Okay, what did I say? The only black person you had.
They had good black people in there. I mean, they wasn't in a whole lot of episodes. But they was there. It's like Uncle Phil was on. Well, no, he was a bad guy. Wait a minute. Luke's friend from the Navy. Okay, he was on one episode. The show was not racist. It was not racist.
Well, thank you, Dukes of Hazzard, for giving us the token good guy that we'll never see again.
That's no worse than Fresh Prince of Bel-Air replacing dark skin Aunt Viv with light skin. I'm like, colorism. And why did Martin...
I don't even think so. That was Will Smith being an a-hole.
Colorism. And why did Martin always make fun of Pam talking about she ugly? She's not ugly. I mean, on the show. I'm like, but Gina was fun? That big old head? Nah.
Yeah, now, first of all, Pam got better when time went on. Yeah. But when she first started, she wasn't the cutest person in the world.
She looked exactly the same.
And Gina was fine. Now I can tell you now, Gina thick. I don't know what the heck happened between the show ending.
Well, Martin ain't no Slim Jim neither.
No, I don't mean thick as in big. I mean thick as in you eat the right foods and they falling in the right place.
They're not falling in the right place, or they
are. They are.
And your male opinion.
Duh.
Pam is the better looking one. She's the better singer. And then
Pam does not look better than Gina. Pam has never looked better than Gina.
She definitely looks better than Gina.
Nope.
Definitely. Nope. Now, of course, heterosexual female and heterosexual male arguing, but personal opinion, she was the better actor. She was the better looking one. She was the better singer. She was the better actor. Period.
She was the better singer. I'll give you that one.
You think that Tisha, whatever her real name is, can act?
Yes.
Oh, child, you need help. Y'all help Marlon today.
Who has been featured more in shows?
Pam.
Gina.
Pam was on Everybody Hates Chris.
Uh-huh.
She's on that new show with Cedric the Entertainer that's been on for like 3 seasons.
Okay.
She did a lot of independent work, which I still count. What has Gina done?
Gina did the Martin show. Gina was on all 3 of the House Party movies.
Okay, let's start with House Party. Let's start this with House Party. There's only one good House Party movie, and that was maybe the first one. And that's a maybe, because that movie was terrible. I'm like, they done made this 18 times, and it's still the same stupid story.
Yeah. But she still was in it.
She wasn't.
In the movie. She was in the TV show with Damon Wayans,
which was not funny.
You keep moving the goalposts. I said she been in more shows. Now you boiling it down to if the show was good or not.
I'm just saying that she was
okay. Not. And I can say that every show Pam was in was terrible. Doesn't mean anything. I don't even know why we argue with her. I don't even watch none of those shows anyway.
But okay, at least you have the sense enough to say Pam is the better singer. I'm like, if you start,
I give Pam was the better singer. I honestly didn't think Gina could sing it. Oh, Gina was in School Days.
She was in School Days. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Now, I would say Gina was also a Little House of Horror, but so was Pam. I have no idea where the third one went, though. Anyway, I got to jump off anyway.
Yep. So, everybody, well, I'm sitting here saying, I'm trying to turn off my meter. Okay. Anyway, everybody, well, Marlon, since you jumped in and took this conversation well past the hour mark, tell everybody where they can find you.
You may or may not find me tomorrow on Saturday Night Vibe. You may or may not see me Sunday on Radical Truth to Power.
Oh, boy, if that happens, we're going to really be like, what do we do for fun?
And you may or may not see me later on tonight if I'm bored enough.
We'll see him tonight.
Yeah.
He'll be on tonight. But again, everybody, thank you for watching. Remember to like this video, share it, comment on it, subscribe. 896 away. We can do it. I'm up to 106 subscribers. That's thanks to you all. Keep subscribing if you haven't. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.